who you are to me. Here I come with all my heart, praise your name. This is the life I have found in you. Be glorified in me. I'm yours. You are everything to me. This is the song you have placed in me. I'll shout out to your name. For you I will give you all I journey, you have carried me through faithfully. You have been my friend. Now I'm here, give you thanks for who you are to me. Here I come with all my heart, praise your name. This is the life I have found in you. Be glorified in me. I'm yours. You are everything to me. This is the song you have placed in me. I'll shout out to your name. For you I will give you all I have. This is the life I have found in you. Be glorified in me. I'm yours. You are everything to me. This is a song you have placed in me. I'll shout out to your name. For you I will give you all I have. You are everything to me. I will give you all I have. All of me.
My life is not that easy. However, basically I have a very hard life. However, God has always made it happy for me, because He has always been there for me. He always did something for me. Well, honestly, before, I am not a Christian. I am a Catholic. With my family, especially my grandmother, she influenced us to be a Catholic. So since I was born, I was baptized as a Catholic. Then 2 or 3 years ago, that was, if I remember it right, 2004, I have converted myself into a Christian. That's the only time I found out about the Lord. That's 2004. However, my grandmother didn't want to be Christian. She is a very strong believer of Catholic. She's not bad. She is a very good grandmother. It's just that she really wants Kat to be a Catholic. However, me, deep in my heart, I knew I had a calling from God. So, I transferred and converted as a Christian. My family, we're total of 8 in the family. Six of us siblings, my 5 sisters and 1 brother, including me, and then my mother and father. My mother, father, brother, my brother and my youngest sister are there in far place here from Baguio, and me and my sister stay here in Baguio, so we are far from our family. We have 2 sisters here in Baguio, but they have their married lives. So me and my sister work very hard together. Even though we are undergraduate, we try hard to support ourselves and the family because we have to help our family. My father and mother has no job, and 2 sisters have their own families. So my sister, younger sister, she's only 19 years old. I am 23. We had to stop studying because we had to support our family. Honestly, a very big change in my life, or unforgettable moment in my life, happened when I became a Christian. Because every day of my life, even though I have big problems, I surrender it to the Lord. I surrender everything to the Lord because you see, life is not easy. But even though life is not easy, we all have to surrender everything to the Lord, and God will do the rest for us. He will help us overcome things, and He will help us solve our problems. Just surrender yourself to the Lord. My sister is a tutor. Because of her, I became a tutor. One of her employer trusts her very much. That is the reason why she is a regular teacher. Now me, I am not actually. It has been only 2 months since I have been teaching. And then I used to work at food chains, McDonald's, Kenny Rogers, and the last Pizza Hut. I used to work in Pizza Hut. That was the last work. But then, I am a regular crew there. However, one day, part of me said, I have to resign. I have to resign. So I did. I told the Lord, give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, why? I have this feeling that I want to resign. So I was asking the Lord for a sign. And then suddenly my sister, who has been telling me to work as a tutor ever since, but I did not listen to her. Suddenly, she said, you know what? We are in need of a teacher. So right that moment, I felt that was the sign I was asking from the Lord. So I did a resignation and then resigned from my work. And after that, that's the reason why I am a tutor now. It was not easy for me as a tutor because it is not secured. It is not a secure job. sometimes your students have to go back to Korea and then come back here. So we have to wait for students to teach. Now, maybe 2 weeks ago, my students went back to Korea. So I was wondering, I was hoping or thinking where or who I will teach again. And then I didn't know what to do. And then the same thing, just as what I've always been doing, surrender my worries to the Lord. Tell the Lord, oh Lord, it's up to you. Thy will be done. Like that. Every time I am worried, just tell the Lord, it's up to you, Lord. Save me. Thy will be done. And suddenly, my sister told me, you know what? One day, my sister told me, Sir Brian, her employer, is going to give me a student there in Kalos. So, I met my student, Marianne. When I met Marianne, I didn't know I would feel this blessed, because when I met her, it was like meeting a friend who I've been together with for maybe 10 years. However, there's one thing that really touched my heart. There was, if I remember it right, that was, I guess, February 20. Terry, Joyce, Pastor Bang, and Marianne and I had a dinner. They invited me for a dinner. And then we went to a Korean restaurant. We ate together, and after eating, Pastor Bang said it was not yet time to go back to the dormitory. Well, actually, that was very late. I think it's already 8 o'clock that time. But suddenly, Pastor Bang said it was not yet time to go back to the dormitory. So, I was surprised. Why? And then, Marianne was translating what he was saying. Then suddenly, Pastor Bang told Marianne about my sickness. Yes, I do have, I don't know how you call it, because ever since I never went to the doctor, I do have maybe a swell or a cyst. I don't know how you call it in medicine terms. It's a cyst here in my breast, left breast. I was surprised to hear it from Pastor Bang, because out of the blue, I didn't tell him anything, but he suddenly said, I am sick, and I saw it in his eyes. I couldn't understand him, but his actions, I can understand him. He told in front of me, in front of the others, told all of us where it was. Well, in fact, it is really there in that part where he was pointing at. So, I was surprised. The Lord is really working in him. Yes. And he told me to pray. He told me, it's okay. It's not going to be cancer or what. Honestly, when this started, I've been asking myself, the Lord. I've been asking the Lord. I've been praying to the Lord for a sign, because I didn't want to go to the hospital, because a part of me is very afraid somehow. Maybe it is cancer or what. I am afraid, so I didn't want to go to the hospital. Instead, I asked signs from the Lord. More than a year, I've been waiting for that sign. Pastor Bam came into my life and told me, it's okay, it's nothing, just stress, it's just stress or what, just like that. It's 75% okay, 25% maybe for medication, but hearing from him that it's okay makes me feel so light, because he doesn't know it, and then he told me about that. So I was surprised, and I feel it. I feel the presence of God in him, especially when we were talking, we were having a conversation. I really felt the presence of God in him, and I am very thankful that I knew about him. And when I went home, I tried praying the prayers that he told me and how long I should pray. And yes, I felt very good, light. Yes, it's still painful, but not as painful as before. Before, my breast is very, very painful. But I guess Pastor Bang's prayers and with God also, I have been anointed by him. And by the Lord, of course, through him, by the Lord. And now I am very inspired to serve the Lord, because I know that I am a healthy person. I don't care. I don't care how hard it is, how hard life could be. I don't care. It's just a matter of giving yourself to the Lord. Lift up yourself to the Lord. Your endeavor, lift them all up to the Lord. And live life, go on, just like what Marian has been telling me. Go on, it's okay. Here in the Philippines, there are a few people who believe in the Lord. If you can see in the television, maybe in international news, maybe you can see their news about the Philippines, many crimes, corruption, and many other problems here in the Philippines. Because I think one reason there is because most of us do not know the Lord. Most of the people are rich. Many people are rich here. However, they do not share what they have to other people. Instead of sharing what they have, they just want to get more. They want to get more. That's the reason why many people are doing bad things in order to get what they want. You see, me, from the house to my work, I walk, and every day of my life that I walk, I see different kinds of problems, different kinds of people who are influenced by the temptation, who are influenced by Satan. Because while I'm walking, I see people smoking, people who are gambling, people maybe sometimes early in the morning you see prostitutes there walking. So I think here in the Philippines, what we need is not money, fame, not even economy to be progressive. No, we don't need that. The only way for us to, the only way for us to progress is if we only put in our heart, we give the throne of the Lord in our heart. If only we try to allow ourselves to surrender everything to the Lord, maybe Philippines would be better than ever, better than what people think. Maybe it would be a paradise if only we surrender ourselves. So I think Philippines really needs revival. course, I want revival here in the Philippines. Not just here in the Philippines, the whole world, of course. Well, Philippines is my country, but as I have witnessed what is happening to my country, I really want revival for my country. And at the same time, revival for the whole world. For the other countries who have very poor relationship with the Lord, I want revival with them, for them. And I hope in my own little ways, it'll start from me and I can share it to other people. And I hope other people could understand the real meaning of revival and give their very best to be very eager to serve the Lord and be a team with the Lord for the revival and renewal of their belief, and to achieve peace in their hearts, peace in the whole country, the whole world. I think Pastor Bang has a very big responsibility, very big role for this kind of revival. Because imagine, I am just a stranger for him, and he has touched my life. He has really touched my life very much, that I think God is using him as an instrument for revival. Maybe he is trying to start it in Korea, in his country, and maybe from then on, step by step, maybe here in the Philippines, Russia, and Asia, and all the other countries, through him and through the help of other people, there would be revival. Pastor Bang, during the time when I was surprised, the unforgettable moment with him, during that time, he told me that God was through him. God told me, Jesus told me how much he loved me. Jesus told me that through him, Jesus told me that it's okay, I have to move on. He told me that I have to pray for him and believe in him. And one thing more that Jesus told me through Pastor is that he looks forward for me because he thinks that I am a seed for the Philippines for a revival. And if that is God's will, in his time, his will, thy will be done. And I surrender myself to him. If it takes for me to surrender everything to him and just wait for the time till he tells me that, Nikki, now is the time for you to, do it, then I'll give it to him. I think Pastor Bang has given me a very wonderful message from the Lord, and I really felt it. I cannot explain the feeling. It was overwhelming to hear that from Pastor Bang, through Pastor Bang from God, telling me that it's okay, I love you, you're my daughter, I love you, you will be okay, you are a seed for the revival here in the Philippines. That is why, just as what I have said, in my own ways, I will, and I will always do my best to share and to proclaim what God wants me, the gospel of the Lord. And in my own little ways, I will help in the Lord's longing for revival. Because me too, I want revival here in the Philippines and in all the other countries also. Yes.